Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, JC, and welcome back to my channel once again, and welcome to a new episode of Things People Say. So it's been like, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months, maybe a year, or 10 years since the last episode. Not going to lie, it's been a while. But before we begin with this one, let me just say right off the bat, and you guys, this is going to cause a lot of controversy in the chat. I just know it's going to happen, but Lex is not in this episode. Now hold your horses, okay? I know that you guys are gonna freak out. Every comment's gonna be, this isn't the same without Lex, it just isn't the same series. Why would you do this, JC? Why would you do this? And I have a very good reasoning for it. It's not YouTube drama. I don't hate Lex or anything. I really don't hate Lex at all. Do not think that I don't like him or we've had some huge feud and we're just mad at each other or something. It's not that at all. The reasoning behind this is I was sitting down thinking about the content of my channel, thinking about where my content was back in the day of the early days of Black Ops 3 and throughout Black Ops 3 and just beyond that. And I was sitting down thinking about what people watched me for originally, what people came to my channel to watch that was different from other channels out there in the community. And a big part of my channel was this series, Things People Say, because back then, especially in the early days of Black Ops 3, there really wasn't any series like this in the community. I still don't think there really is a series quite like it. There's people who take comments and suggestions, like on Pizza's Mythbusters series, for example, he takes suggestions from the comments, but there wasn't a series that directly asked you guys a question and we look at your feedback and talk about it. It was a unique thing, and I think that's what people watched me for, and I want that to come back in a better way. And to do that, I have to put out episodes faster. I have to put out these episodes faster, and in order to do that, I have to make some episodes by myself, because let's face it, okay, I love Lex, he's an awesome guy, but he's not gonna be around all the time. He's not gonna be around. Hell, there's sometimes we can't even record or upload until like 3 months later. You guys know the drill. I mean, the last episode was so long ago, right? This series almost doesn't even exist half the time because it just takes so long to find a day to record. Now, this doesn't mean I don't want Lex on future episodes of the show. It's not that at all. I'm not going to lie. I would love Lex to be on every single episode of this series. But at the end of the day, just in terms of how our schedule works and just how intrusive it is for me to always ask him when he's available to record, I think it would be better if I do some episodes by myself and then sometimes Lex comes on for a guest appearance. And that could be whenever he wants. Whenever he wants to come on, do an episode, or whenever we find a time where we can do it, it would be awesome. So I think by doing this, hopefully you guys won't get pissed at me. I just wanted to make this decision now and try it out because I wanted to be able to put out this series more. When I originally started this series back in Black Ops 3, in the early days of Black Ops 3, no one knew my name. No one knew my name really in the community at all. I had around 5,000 subscribers, and the thing that I did was this series, and I did it by myself. Lex didn't join until like episode 11 or 13 or something like that. So at the end of the day, I just really hope you guys respect my decision on this, because I really am doing this for you. I want you guys to have more content to watch, because I just feel like this series goes on hiatuses too much, and it just needs to be a basis thing on this channel again, and I'm doing that by making this decision. So Lex is not gone for good. He can come on in any episode and have a guest appearance, and it will be a surprise when it happens. But I want to do this series more, and I want you guys to be able to voice your opinion more on the channel and get in videos like this more, because that's what this channel was all about originally. That's what this channel grew on, and I want that to return in the best way possible. So let's go ahead and get right into the freaking comments, boys. I asked you guys on Twitter 2 or 3 days ago, what is your favorite thing about World War II Zombies? World War II Zombies just came out in Call of Duty World War II, and it is an awesome game. Like legit, this is my favorite zombies since Treyarch Zombies, for sure. Exo Zombies, IW Zombies, both can be decent in their own ways, and for me, I don't think they're trash, but I just really felt a connection to World War II Zombies more, and apparently so did you guys as well. So let's go ahead and get right into what you guys said. Axel says, the atmosphere and tone is fantastic. The zombie design is great and gruesome, especially the Panzer mortar. Now, I'm gonna agree with this completely. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be a really positive video. There's been a lot of negativity in the community the last couple of days, but I really wanted this video to point out the best things about World War II Zombies because I feel like this game deserves it. This game is a really polished zombies mode. There's a lot to this mode that they really nailed down well, and I think one of the biggest parts that they got down right was the atmosphere, like Axel was saying. The zombie design, like just how the designs of the zombies are is so cool. Like there's just different pieces and machinery that's like hooked all into them and do different stuff. Like you have the bomber guys who have the bomb on their back and you shoot the bomb off of them, it falls down and they're still walking. You have the Panzer Mortar who looks like something from Halo. I mean, my boy literally looks like Captain Keyes.
No human life signs detected. The captain, he's one of them. We can't let the flood get off his ring.
If you don't know who Captain Keyes is in Halo, he was essentially this captain guy. He was your main dude that you helped in the campaign. He was in charge of your whole mission, and he gets turned into a zombie or a flood in Halo in one of the missions. And it's one of the saddest moments ever. And it's like the same thing with World War II Zombies. I mean, it looks so similar to what happened to Captain Keyes that it really threw me back to that time period of when I played Halo a long time ago. Now on to another favorite thing. Aiden says, I like how Jug doesn't take up a perk slot anymore. Now this is very cool, all right? Something that World War II Zombies decided to do, and I applaud them for trying to do something different with this, okay? Is Jug is no longer a clutch perk, right? It's a clutch thing, like you need it, but it's no longer a perk. Instead of having to always buy Jug every single game, because let's face it, that's what we do in Treyarch Zombies, we always buy Jug. It's always a clutch thing that you need. What Sledgehammer decided to do is take Jug out of the perk system and put it into something called armor. They made it into this new thing called armor. It works differently from Jug. It actually tries to make you play more conservatively because you don't want to get hit and lose the armor that you have, or you'll have to buy more. And overall, I think that this is probably one of my favorite features of World War II Zombies. When I really think about Treyarch Zombies and just the basis of the game mode over all these years, I really agree with the idea that Jug should not be that clutch perk like it always is. I mean, literally every time you play Zombies, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you really only have 3 choices of perks, right? Because you have to get Jug, you have to get it no matter what, and then you only have 3 slots left. With Sledgehammer, with World War II, I really like how they took it out. They took something out that was a clutch and always made the gameplay the same, and made it into something else, another system in the map, and made it work differently. That way the gameplay can change up. I mean, now I actually think about what perks I want, because sometimes at the beginning, I might not want Sleight of Hand. Sometimes I might want Stamina Up. It really depends on what I'm trying to do. So if anything, I think this change is something that they did better than Treyarch. I'm not gonna lie. I'm Amini says, Treyarch were bragging about how scary Zetsubo is gonna be. Then I played Sledgehammer games as World War II. All right, let's just settle down for a moment, all right? Zetsubo was creepy, okay? Zetsubo, I don't think was necessarily scary. There was just an underlying creepy tone to Zetsubo. And I know what you're saying. I know that in all the advertisements for Zetsubo, Treyarch was saying stuff like, this is the scariest zombies map we've ever done, the perversions of nature everywhere, and all that. And I'll agree, I think World War II Zombies is scarier, just like the entire mode and how it plays and all the jump scares and everything. It's made me jump in my seat a couple of times, and Zetsubo never did that. What Zetsubo had, and I know we're going off topic in the Black Ops 3, but what I think Zetsubo had was this just really creepy and unsettling vibe. Like World War II Zombies is also unsettling, but it's mainly just kind of like horrifying in the sense of what's going on. Zetsubo was like, what the hell is happening here, right? It was like, what is that noise? What is that sound that I hear from this tree? You know what I mean? And I think that in some ways scares me more a little bit than just your average jump scare. So I think it's a debate. I think it's a very high debate on what is more scary, jump scares themselves and things like that, or the creepy and weird sounds that you hear on a map like Zetsubo. I really want you guys to tell me in the comments. I know we're gonna have other stuff in the comments too at the end of this episode, but tell me in the comments what you think about that. Do you think Zetsubo is more scary, or do you think World War II Zombies is definitely more scary? Don't just think about it in terms of jump scares though. Think about it in terms of the environment, the things you hear, the things that you see, that kind of stuff. And I really am curious on your answer. Moving on from that, it's Phantom says, my favorite by far about World War II is the fact that the map has a casual Easter egg for more laid-back players, but a harder Easter egg for a more experienced player. Listen, I won't lie to you. When I first heard that there was a casual Easter egg in World War II Zombies, I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's just, Easter eggs are supposed to be hard, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I feel about them just telling you every step pretty much in the map and just guiding you through it. But the more I played the map, the more I got used to it, and the more I just sat back and thought about the design and why they did the things they did with this map. I think this could work for every DLC that World War II Zombies does as well. Like, I understand that Treyarch, they don't like guiding the player through the map because Treyarch is more hardcore. They want zombies to be a hardcore thing, and it stayed that way for the most part. But with World War II Zombies, they're really trying to get more people into the zombies hunting. They want people to come in for the Easter egg hunt. They want people to try to discover things about the map and get hooked on the cool vibes that are in the map, and they want people to see a lot of the content that casual players normally don't get to see. A lot of people, like, I saw on Twitter the other day, someone was saying how review sites like IGN, GameSpot, guys like that, they play the maps, they play zombie maps, but they have no idea how much content is actually in there, and they just say, oh yeah, it's another co-op shooter from Call of Duty that's just a co-op horde mode, that's it, it's another great year for zombies, and they don't ever go in depth with all the features that are in the map. And I think this will hopefully help with that. I think if someone's playing zombies for the first time, or someone wants to get into zombies, they can have an objective to go for in the map other than just surviving. They can do a mission in a sense. It's sort of like Extinction, right? Like, you're actually completing something. You can survive for as long as you want to, but you're also completing something at the same time, and it makes your character and just what you're doing in the map seem way more important than just sitting in a corner and surviving, right? So I think the casual Easter egg on its core level is pretty cool. I think it's a good idea right now. Could change, my opinion could change for sure. But what I will say is that I really, really hope that in the future, the casual Easter egg and the hard Easter egg are more separated. I really didn't like the fact that the casual Easter egg and the hard Easter egg were the same boss fight, just one was a little harder. I really, really hope in the future that it's way more different. Like, you have the casual Easter egg hunt and a boss fight maybe, and then the hard Easter egg is entirely different with entirely different steps involving different things and an entirely different fight. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want. I know that could be hard on the devs, it's more stuff to work on, but I just like it being more separated because I don't like it being all spoiled, I guess, from the casual Easter egg being done. Like, the casual Easter egg being done pretty much spoils the boss fight for the hard Easter egg, if you know what I'm saying, right? Like, there's not enough separation between them to really, like, they go hand in hand together, but they should be more separated is what I'm trying to say, at least in my opinion. Gavin Glom says, Mr. Dog JD drama is honestly my favorite thing so far. Moving on from that, Sean says, have you seen the shovel beheading animation? It's sexy AF. Yes, my bro, I've seen it. It is probably one of the coolest things about the early rounds in this. I'm not gonna lie. Someone actually pointed out to me yesterday, they were like, dude, there's like no windows in World War II Zombies. And I was like, wait a second, there's no windows. I didn't even realize there wasn't any boards like to put on windows at all. I didn't even realize it. That's how minimal that has become in my head of doing, like, just in terms of zombies and Treyarch zombies too. Like, I never repair barriers, ever. And the early rounds is just so interesting because they just spawn right in and you can just shovel them. You just shovel them straight up, bro. It's freaking awesome. I'm not gonna lie, Sean. I love that part too, man.
Oh, shit.
Thomas says, the fact that one of the main characters is the 10th Doctor from Doctor Who. Now listen, all right? A lot of people are having a debate right now. People are saying, who's the best World War II Zombies character? Some people are saying, my boy David Tennant. Not gonna lie, he's an amazing actor. He's probably one of my favorite actors of all time. I love Doctor Who. He's my favorite Doctor on Doctor Who. But we cannot forget about Marie, okay? We cannot forget about her. I think something we should really take notice of this mode is the fact that you can actually choose a character and stick with that character. And I know Treyarch Zombies, even Jason has said in interviews and so on and so forth that he doesn't like the idea of picking your own character because he feels like it'd be hard to tell the same amount of story that they normally could if you get a different character every time, because every time you play as a different character you get a little bit more story that you otherwise may have not seen. Where World War II Zombies are like, nah, F that, bro. You can play whatever character you want. You can be Marie, you can be David Tennant. I forget his actual character's name because I just think of him as David Tennant. But all these characters are really, really cool. I think this is the best cast we've had since the Treyarch game. I actually care about these characters right now. Marie is Bae. Move on from that one. Aggression says the ability to see your health. Honestly, we've needed a health bar system in Zombies for so long. The armor system is good too. Now listen, something that Treyarch finally did with Zombies Chronicles was adding that sound of like your health replenishing once you're getting done from getting that 5 hits on you or whatever. You kind of just die out of nowhere when you die, right? Like it's not one of those things where you get hit a couple times and you're like, oh yeah, I gotta be careful, if I only get hit 1 more time or 2 more times, I'm dead. Normally when you die in Treyarch Zombies, you get trapped and you just get hit 5 times or 6 times, I forget what the amount is, I should really know that. My point is you die out of nowhere, it's unexpected. With World War II Zombies though, it's I don't know if I wanna say it's less cheap when you die because it's not out of nowhere, you see your health bar, you know you're about to die, but it lets you play better. It lets you be more conservative while you're playing, and I think it teaches the player to not just run in constantly. Because you see your health bar, you know that you're effed if your health bar is gone. You know your armor's gone too. I mean, you can see every little aspect of your health, and I think this is a really, really good innovation that Treyarch needs to do in their next game as well. I really love it. I love the armor system. Like I said before, one of my favorite innovations about this mode, and I love being able to see your health as well. Completely agree. Now, our final comment of the day of your favorite thing about World War II Zombies is from The Real Joe, who says, self-revives, so when E4C comes around, Chopper doesn't have to get 10 plus revives per map. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, there was a time in E4C where I think me and Milo and just our entire team, me, Milo, Jack, we just died so much, and Chopper was just carrying us, bro. Like we would not have solved Shadows of Evil if it wasn't for Chopper. Like my guy's an absolute baller, dude. So yeah, self-revives is definitely a good feature. I'm not gonna lie though, I already wasted all of my self-revives. It's been a pretty rough ride. I didn't know that you could lose them completely. I thought you had like 1 every game. But apparently they're in your inventory and they're across games, and so I have none left. So that sucked. I'm not gonna lie. But they're a cool feature. It does seem it could get a little pay to win down the line if you can buy these things in some way. But at the end of it though, it seems like they're really hard to get. So hopefully we're okay. I think we're hopefully okay in that regard. So at the moment, self-revives are pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of really cool things that you can do in World War II Zombies that we didn't talk about in these comments, like the class-based system. There's abilities you can have depending on what class you have where you can just revive people like while you're down. Like I'm not even joking, I was playing Zombies with my bro Edge, right? We're playing in the house map, but you're probably seeing gameplay of that right now. And one time we both died, we both go down, but my boy had on one of his abilities that causes this shockwave to appear, right? And it normally just pushes the zombies away, but he has an upgrade for it where it will revive your teammate in the area of effect range that the shockwave does, right? So we both die, we both go down at the same time, and I'm like, oh shoot, the game's over, right? It's over. No, he can pull his ability out as he's in his down state, and he causes a shockwave to appear, and it reses me so I can res him, and it was the coolest moment ever because I didn't even think you could do that. But there's a lot of moments like that in World War II Zombies where you can really use the class-based system to your advantage and really outsmart the game in a way and get past some cheeky deaths that happen. So overall, the class-based system is my personal favorite thing other than the armor. Those are my like 2 favorite things that I really, really love this mode that I really hope that Treyarch does in some way in their next game as well. And yeah, like I'm really happy with the map. I think the map is a great first map from Sledgehammer. This is their first attempt at Zombies too, so it's really, really awesome that it was this good when it came out. A lot of people think Exo Zombies was by Sledgehammer, but it was really by Raven, I think. And I think this was all by Sledgehammer. I think, I'm not 100%, but I think it was mostly Sledgehammer that made World War II Zombies. You could correct me if I'm wrong. That's just the general idea that I have in my head. But for a first attempt, it's pretty dang good, I'm not gonna lie. And I think if you haven't played World War II Zombies, or if you're looking to get it, or you're looking to try it out, definitely give it a try because it is probably the most fun I've had on any Zombies mode other than a Treyarch game. Not going to lie, 100%. And I think it's way better than IW Zombies and Exo Zombies. I think it blows them out of the water. So yeah, alas, we've come to the end of this Things People Say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, I'm sorry it was just me. I hope you don't hate my face too much, but we're gonna be doing other things people say very, very soon. And I want you guys to tell me in the, God dang it, that was loud. Wait, come here. Come here. Frick, come here. Tell them what.
It's over! It's done!
Put comments for your favorite gun in World War II Zombies.